So let me introduce Nitika ji. She is MPhil from National Institute of Educational Planning and Administrator. Then she is also interested in internationalization, and she is a student. She pursuing PhD work, right, uh, on this broad topic of internationalization of higher education. And I'm happy that our first topic is crossing the boundaries, and that's why would like to ask some questions, right, to Nitika ji. And Nitika ji, let me I'm a common reader, or I'm a common learner. Let me ask you very first question. What is the concept of internationalization or crossing of border for, you can say, for higher studies?
Yes, sir. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me on this platform and giving me this opportunity to explore the concept of internationalization and the cross-border mobility. So, I would start with the internationalization. In higher education, it is refers to integrating a global perspective into teaching, research, and student engagement. It also includes attracting international students, faculty exchange programs, global collaborations, and research partnerships. Um, for India, there have been popular statements that India had the Takshila and Nalanda like places for internationalization of higher education. And some call it vague because there are not concrete evidences. And the research I am doing provides the earliest evidence of internationalization in India. Um, yeah, and it is a practice in the present universities which were established at that time. See, the internationalization of higher education is crucial to improve the quality of education, enhance cultural diversity, and position itself as a global education hub. Okay, and India has been an attraction for its diversity and rich culture. When it concerns about higher education, it was not formally organized for trade in international market. There have been frameworks such as GATS, but Indian policies does not promote education as a marketable commodity. But you can see here, um, there are some policies to promote student and faculty mobility and research collaborations, institutional mobilities. So now there is a hope with National Educational Policy 2020 that Indian higher education might get a formal structure to welcome campuses from foreign universities and increase the brain gain from abroad rather than brain drain from our young mind community.
So internationalization means going out for education, right? As well as drawing, you can say drawing the mass, drawing the brains, right, from some countries. For example, even our honorable Prime Minister, right, when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, he also, in one
Yes,
of
sir.
the programs, he talked about how Gujarat can be the hub for international students, and we have a gift city concept that is
Yes, sir.
developed for, you can say, and we have also, now they are also planning to establish some Australian centers or American centers here. So American universities and Australian university will come here, right? They will establish some centers, right? And they will miss they can also provide us some revenue, as well as our students rather going there, right? They can also study from this Australian or American
Yes,
center, right? This is a broad way of
yes,
internationalization. My second question is, Miss, if our students go there, Miss, go abroad
yes, sir.
for education, it's very costly for them, and it is, as far as one thing, or racial discrimination is concerned, it is also risky, right? But
Yes,
why there is so much rush to get means a degree from America, or a degree from UK, or a degree from Germany? Means even some people are moving to Germany for doctor for Miss Medical degree, and they want
Yes,
to
sir.
be doctor. Even some of Gujaratis, because I know some Gujaratis, they go to China, right, to to pursue MBBS. Why from China? Why not from India?
Yes, sir. There are several reasons for this mobility, majorly to the Western countries. And like you said, that China is also an education hub for Indian students. So, firstly, the researchers provides the details such as the Indian universities lacks aggressive global branding and outreach compared to Western universities. See, they have been placing themselves for market competition since a long time. With no doubt, they have better opportunities such as scholarships, employment, and many other factors. And if you see, Indian higher education has been considered it as a social or community service. Even after the LPG, which is liberalization, globalization, and privatization, which came in 1990s, when Indian market started placing themselves in international competition, it was clearly indicated that higher education cannot be used as a commodification. Secondly, international students are welcomed for educational training here. They often face various difficulties like finding a scholarship and employment. That is what I was saying. Okay, employment issue India is going through. Western universities and China is providing much better employment opportunities for Indian students. They get better opportunities. Even though in my previous research, when I studied the academic experiences of international students in Indian universities, it was found that international students get better job opportunity in their home country after getting a degree from India. So employment is a very crucial factor for this to sustain any student, and also the attractive scholarships is also a major factor for this.
No, but one of the reasons when I studied this issue of internationalization, it was also that uh, we we have not yet, you can say, avoided being colonial, you can say, or mimics, right? And that's why we like somewhat imported, right? For example, someone is PhD from USA, or someone is, you can say, BA from you can say, UK. That is more valuable than BA from India, even BA from, you can say, a very good university. And miss, people are attracted towards someone who is graduate or who is postgraduate from a country which is not India. And that's why the degree from abroad, right, that has a kind of attraction, right? And it is a kind of
Yeah.
inducing thing for Indians, and that is why there is a rush. Number one, number two, if you have said rightly that because they find good job opportunities, and they have, you can say, learn and earn program, right? Learn while miss
Yes, sir.
you earn, or earn while you learn something sometime, and miss they earn in dollars, right? And that is, you can say, that is a kind of satisfaction that they can earn money and pay their fees after going to that hostland, right? They go
Yes, sir.
there, and then they earn some money, right? When they earn some money, they they also start paying their fees, and they also save, because Indian mindset is also of saving, right? And then they also try to settle there in UK or in USA or any other developed country. So it is a
That is true.
it is a
Yes.
brain drain. Brain drain. Are we? You can say, are we? Miss. Are we promoting, or it is a brain gain? Are we promoting?
Sir, that is actually a brain drain for India.
Right.
And
Right.
it is a brain gain for universities in abroad. Like when we are talking about the degree, it is like their degree is prioritized. Even when Indian student goes to abroad and they pursue even a BA degree, it is prioritized because their research fundings are very great. Their curriculum is developed and they have autonomy to change the curriculum. They also have the student centric approach in their curriculums. In India, if you see, the curriculum is already colonized because higher
Yeah.
education was formally structured by the Britishers, and the curriculum in most universities, curriculum is followed by them on. The curriculum structured by colonizers, they're still following it. So there is a difference. Now you can see that private universities are doing much better in India right now. They have more international students, they have upgraded infrastructure, they have autonomy in developing curriculum, and they also have foreign faculty in their academics also. So there is a huge gap in private university and public university in India to sustain the brain gain that we
Uh,
need.
see, private universities are earning a lot of money, right? And that is why
Yeah,
they have that they have that capacity to, you can say, hire professor from foreign. Right. And secondly, they are also they are also advertising, right, in other
yeah,
countries massively. For example, in South Africa, right, they are advertising massively. Miss They have they are making some huge efforts, right, to identify their university, right, and to attract more and more foreign students, right. They are seriously doing that. But as far as education is concerned, right, most of the education in a private university is, I don't think that it is better than the government universities, because in government universities at least teachers are very updated, and they are if they are very eligible, then they are recruited.
yeah.
And
That is a matter of, yeah,
and
sorry.
secondly, my question to you is, do we have any hurdle? Miss, what are the hurdles? As far as I'm talking about the government universities and colleges, or the colleges or universities which are funded basically by the government, right? What are the ways to attract these students and let us earn some money from, you can say, our colonizers, or you can say our neo-capitalist persons like USA, right? So let us earn some money. Why don't we have American student, right, learning in a college which is in tribal area, or which is in a city like Surat, or in, you can say, in Ahmedabad? Why, what are the ways? How can?
Uh, the first of all, that there should be upgradation in the labs, in the facilities of libraries, in the infrastructure, in the hostels. So, development of such spaces for any student, not just international, any student, it is very important. When we are talking about the tribal areas, they need to have such infrastructure like Indian higher education used to have Gurukul system,
Yeah.
where they used to have the day boarding students. They can stay there, they can spend their day, they can learn, they can play sports, they can do whatever they want along with the learning. So this is what we can attract international student in such areas. The first of all is the infrastructure, and second is the curriculum. There is a new concept of internationalizing the curriculum, in which it is required to have new research induced into the curriculum, and also having some experiences from global to local to teach them the same topic or same problem from the lens of global situation, or having a local knowledge also. Such kind of development in the curriculum is also required. Third is teaching method. India is a very diverse country. every region, every state has their own language, and the teachers who are giving lectures or giving instructions to the students, somehow they get to interact in their local language. So it is also very important to develop teaching method with English language learning. English is a global language. Although there should be some mentorship provided to international students for the language training, cultural adaptations, and such adjustment of international student into the local Indian university.
And what do you think about Miss other languages? Can we have some Miss? Can we have some courses of Spanish or courses of German or courses of, you can say, other languages, Chinese language, right? So that Miss, we can attract some students, or we can at least Miss upskill our students, right, in their language. That will also provide them some some very good opportunity in employment.
Yeah, yeah. There are such language courses in Indian higher education system. Such courses are being organized, you can say, before the formal structure of universities. There have been courses in other languages such as Spanish, French, Chinese, and there are faculties recruited for such languages to teach a student, maybe it is international or local student. Such kind of courses are already are into the university system for learning. Some universities have in the extracurricular activities, or some universities have their informal curriculum also. But you are also right that like such languages and courses are very beneficial for promoting the language harmony among the students from the diverse background.
So, Miss, what are your what are your uh, Miss, what are your three reasons, or you can say three aspects to prevent brain drain? Miss, why don't we stop people, right, going USA, going Canada, or going UK? Miss, are there some ways? Can you suggest us some ways that we can prevent this brain drain process? Because Miss, recently many Indians, right, they are now, they are here in India, right, and Miss, it is a kind of harassment, or it is a kind of embarrassing event for us Indians, right? At that time, I also thought, right, that why don't we Miss, why don't we follow Gandhian way? Why don't we decide, right, not to buy apple? If we don't buy apple, then
Yeah.
then whole the, you can say, commerce of USA, right, that will be affected, and that will be affected, that will be a kind of, you can say, a kind of message from India, from the Indians, right? Because as a citizen, we must be proud of our country, and we must care of the citizens, though they have used donkey or something like that. Okay, they are illegal migrant, that's okay, but you cannot embarrass Indians, you cannot humiliate Indians, right? And that's why should I buy your apple? Why should I buy the product manufactured by USA? Let us be Gandhi. Let us be, you can say, non-cooperative, right, to your products. And if you stop buying, see, if you stop buying, right, then they will automatically bow down to us, because we are a great market. We are a great market for the US. We are consumers.
It is
Because
a
hmm,
concept that Western people are very very smart in this way that they can brand themselves with
yeah.
quality in any product. Even if it is Apple or education, they can brand their product with more promising quality. So when we talk about sustaining our Indian students in our own country, first thing we can do is increase the quality of education which we are providing. Quality of education can be improved by more collaborations in research in the universities, in the institutes, in the courses, with the faculties. Such collaboration in research also can increase the quality of education that we can provide. Secondly, there is a concept of internationalization at home, which provides all kind of courses that you can do at your home only with a good internet connection. You can have all the courses through your home. uh, you don't have to go to abroad. You don't have to pay higher fees for such courses for getting that knowledge. Even Indian universities can provide their courses, their knowledge to abroad through this internationalization at home policy. And third is that giving more employment opportunity is a very good practice to sustain in Indian students in our own country. So the first thing we talked about is that Indian students are going abroad for better employment opportunity. So if Indian universities can give such opportunities, like there is entrepreneurship, there is a skill enhancement which can be embedded with the course itself, so that the student doesn't feel the need to go outside for the job. They can have these skills given by the university, by their mentors, throughout their courses only. So I believe these three practices can improve the situation of brain drain.
Right. And what are your views about National Education Policy 2020? And is it a kind of, you can say, opportunity, or is it a kind of boost, right, to prevent this brain drain, prevent this kind of people, right, rushing over to USA, rushing over to Canada or something like that. And that can we stop, right, by implementing very effectively, implementing national education policy? Is there any provisions? Is there any do you find any aspects in national education policy?
Yes, national education policy is a very important getaway for the internationalization, especially. It has so many provisions for it, like collaborations, inviting faculties, inviting foreign universities for establishing their campuses here. So the most important thing for internationalization is that NEP provides academic freedom to the university level, to the faculty level, to the student level also, so that they can collaborate, they can take initiative by their own, not just see, there is a huge administrative process for public universities especially to get their work done, even if it is about appointing any faculty or inviting any collaboration. So when academic freedom is there, they can do whatever they want. Like if there is an opportunity for collaboration or inviting faculty or visiting faculty, or they can collaborate for their curriculum also, or even if they have to increase the student mobility, they can do that. And another thing is that the NEP provides a 25% supernumerary seats for international students that every university or institution can incorporate into their academic system. 25% is the maximum number of seat, and it is like NEP has given all such provisions for every university and institution. Although it is a very slow paced establishment of NEP in each university and colleges, but it is a hope. There is always a hope that it will improve the condition and improve the internationalization practices.
So, what are your views about ranking? Why don't we rank in, you can say, rank first to 200, right? Why miss we lack some ranking, right? And students are attracted by this rank too, right? So, what are your views? Why should we miss? Why should our universities miss? What should they do to improve their ranking. At least they should come in 1 to 200, right? But recently, I found that no university is there, right, in number 1 to number 100 at least, right? So can we do something for that? You can say a ranking kind of thing. We shall have a kind of global prestige. How to develop that?
Yes, so when we talk about ranking, there have been many universities who have been functioning since a long time, and they are providing the best education in the world. And it is proven by the rankings also. But when you talk about Indian universities, there is a huge gap in research fundings. Western universities or such universities which are coming under 100 in rankings, they are spending as much as fundings they can for the research and collaborations. But in India, uh, there is some issue or a lengthy process for providing such fundings for research, and this is just a biggest issue. And other than this, what we can say, it is outdated curriculum. It needs to be decolonized, and limited faculty diversity, even though public universities have the best faculty who have been trained. But there is a need to have the internationalized view in their teaching method also. And there is also lack of collaborations. There are only few universities such as IITs, IISc, IIMs who are doing immensely great in research collaborations. So there are such kind of factors which affect the global ranking for India.
Secondly, this is also a counter question. Uh, we do not pursue some original research work. We do not pursue some genuine research work, right? Though system, okay, we can also point out that the system is not providing us some sufficient grants, right, for research. But what is, you can say, what is the scenario of research in India? It's also a kind of, you can say, miserable scene where people are just mis copying and mis doing something which is not original, right? So the
Yeah.
issue of plagiarism is also there in research work, right? So because we are also you can say lethargic, or you can say uh, we are we are not very much, you can say, known for our patents, right? China is there, USA is there, but we do not have, you can say, more patent or comparing to other developed countries, right? So uh, Miss, do people lack some research oriented mindset, or is there any problem in, you can say, boosting up or improving some research work in Indian institutions? And if we can improve this, you can say, standard of research in universities, we can attract some people from foreign. What is your take?
So when we talk about research, as I am also a researcher, let's talk about some numbers. Like in India, there are only 2% of students who are doing PhD. Because one reason is that it is a very long commitment for any student to have. When we talk about the originality of research, India produces the largest number of research and patents after China and other countries. So there are cases of plagiarism also, but you know, when population is this great, India is having so much, there are chances of plagiarism that we cannot rectify. But there are also great researches in India that is provided by the researchers and the scientists. that is recognized globally. There are researches which, the scientific researches that are provided by the ISRO and other organizations.
Yeah.
They are huge. Okay, and there are universities who are providing such great unique ideas or unique solutions to many problems, like from public universities. And when we talk about that, the Indian students are not that much motivated because of the curriculum. Like when I have done my bachelor's, there was no research integrated courses. Even in my master's, when I did that, the research integrated courses are very important. They were not introduced to the students because research skill is very important to have in every student, but it was not motivated by the professors or their supervisors. Everyone is getting into increasing their index number and all, but it is very important to have that in curriculum also.
Yeah, but after NEP 2020, there are lots of hopes, right? And we have, you can say in NEP, we have, you can say multidisciplinariness. We can have, you can say collaborative research work, right? We have also, we should also not stick to, right, a particular subject. For example, a student of English can also be a student of chemistry, right? So earlier, we do not have that, you can say crossing of, you can say faculty, right? So the student of arts may not be interested in mathematics, but nowadays it is possible, right? So what are miss, are there some rays of hope, right? And is our country becoming or emerging as a global hub for the international students?
Yes, the first thing about the multidisciplinary courses, it is introduced because one cannot go through one subject. Like proper mentorship to students is very less in India. Students get confused what subject they can choose. Whenever they get into any subject, like some student goes to maths or physics or science subject, after getting into that, whatever reason, maybe from the family pressure or from the societal pressure or from their peer, they get to know that science is a better subject for better employment opportunity. So when the child goes to that subject, after that they realize that that subject is not good for them. The suicide rates that are increasing in quota because of the pressure they have. So multidisciplinary also opens up the opportunity. Like when we talk about the research, recently the UGC has noticed that even if any student have master's degree in any subject or PhD in another subject, that student can apply in both subjects. So in that way, opportunity increases for the student and for the universities or in the job market also. So that is a good opportunity. And if you see, integrating multi subjects into one course is very useful. Even IITs are also doing this. IITs were known to have only technical subjects earlier. Now they have social sciences. So there is a concept that technical or scientific subjects also have some philosophical sides also.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it is very,
There are
yeah.
doctors who also there are doctors who also write poems, right? There are also engineers, right? They also write good novels.
Yes, see, there is a conflict between Ayurveda and this
Allopathy.
science.
Allopathy.
They also fight between the nature and the science. They
Yeah,
also like contradictory to each other. So
yeah.
that's how multidisciplinary also two sides of a coin. we can say that. So this explores and gives more opportunity for the students, and in this way we can attract more international students also.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
It was a nice conversation with you, and I'm very happy to have you. And secondly, you have enlightened us about internationalization of higher education and the problems. I thank you and looking forward for our future ventures, of course, academic ventures. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, sir, and I'm also glad to be with you today for this conversation. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. It was really nice. I also get some insights from you also.
Nah,
Thank you so much.
yeah,